and Mahoney is back tonight. We're going to dive into what's happening with the family that inspired the movie The Blindside. Everybody's been talking about this.
Yes, so this is super interesting. First of all, it's great to see you.
Yes, great to see you too.
And you know, enjoy the day. It's a blazer out there. You know, thank goodness we have air conditioning here like God intended. I'm going to do all kinds of movie lines because we're talking about movies today. So Michael Oher, you know, the main character in The Blindside, and it's a great movie, and Sandra Bullock wins the Academy Award for it. So he has now filed a lawsuit alleging basically fraud, saying that he thought he was adopted, but instead he was part of a guardianship, of a conservatorship. Okay, so it's super interesting, and I'm really curious as to how this whole thing all works out. So number one, we covered a lot of this with Britney back in the day, who doesn't look very good, by the way. I don't know if you've kept up on Britney.
Time. Yeah.
Doesn't look very good. So conservatorship, guardianship, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And Michael Oher thought he was adopted. All right, so the first thing I thought was, well, maybe it was before age 18, because adopting somebody before the age of 18 and terminating parental rights can be very complicated and a mess.
Okay.
Okay, well, it wasn't that. It was after the age of 18. Then I'm like, okay, well, not every state allows you to adopt after the age of 18. So maybe that was it. Okay, well, that wasn't
nope,
it either.
not that.
They could have adopted after the age of 18, and he could have consented, something you can do here in Illinois, which we do a lot of here in Illinois.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, why a conservatorship when you could have just done a power of attorney? I mean, that document would have done the same thing. So, you know, maybe there's a lot of things that could have gone on here. Worried about, you know, decisions that he made at 18. He had a lot of things going on. I don't know. That'll all have to get shaken out. They didn't do, it doesn't appear that anything happened with all the money that he made as a professional athlete. I mean, he was on his way to a Hall of Fame career when he had to take early retirement because of concussion protocols. So they clearly, there wasn't anything there. It's only with regards to the movie. Okay, well, they got $250,000 for the movie rights, which arguably they claim that they owned, so they can argue about that. Then the contract said that they got 2.5% of the profits. Well, one of their lawyers has come out and said, look, there weren't any profits. The way that Hollywood defined that, they got zero. Well, that's not uncommon for Hollywood to say, oh, sure, you're going to get a percentage of the profits, and then they deduct everything, you know, including, you know, their personal items, and when the term profits means that you get Zippo. So the Touhys are saying, initially, they're saying, number one, there weren't any profits, there isn't any money to divide up. Number two, we didn't need the money. You know, we had all of these restaurants which we sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. Why would we take Michael's money? We brought him into our house. We helped, you know, we wouldn't do that. But there is a question, why did you do a conservatorship? Why did you do that as opposed to a power of attorney? And that'll all get hashed out. It's, you know, it's too bad. I mean, it's sad to see this end up this way, and I hope that they figure it out. Obviously, I don't know about you, but I love the movie. It's my wife's favorite movie.
Good movie, yeah.
She loves, you know, Leanne Touhy's character in that movie. And then, you know, let's also remember it's a movie. Okay, it's not a documentary. It's a movie. So when Hollywood makes movies, they you know, they'll ad-lib things. They'll liberate certain ideas in order to get where they want. It's not designed to be a documentary. I mean, when they did The Pursuit of Happiness, Scott Gardner has talked about, you know, there was some points of that story that were changed because it's not how they wanted to tell the story.
Right.
So I'm sure that there's, you know, that's going to come out that there was inaccuracies in the movie and that type of thing. Well, that's part of what Hollywood does when you sign over the rights. But they're going to now have to hash out in court. And if it is a conservatorship, they owe a fiduciary obligation to the ward that they were taking care of, just like Britney's dad. So they have to account for all the money. They have to show, they're going to have to show everything. They're going to have to come in and say, here's all the money that came in, here's all the money that went out, here's what we did with it. So all of that will happen.
Do you think it is, I mean, I would agree it would probably uncommon for people to think they were adopted and then find out that they are not? That doesn't sound very common.
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm on the right track here.
Those are two very different things.
Yeah.
You know, if I adopt you, you are legally my blood relative, as opposed to a conservatorship where I just manage your finances and maybe your personal self.
Right, so totally different.
Totally different.
Totally different. All right, well, maybe something will happen and we can talk about this again. We'll see. Thank you so much for coming in today. My pleasure. Coming up next, Back to School Week continues with Alpine Academy, and then we're trying to solve the roto brain. Can't wait to show you this with Kate from Whispering Willow. We'll be right back.